gonna hit the tankers.
You've stopped trains before, right?
No brakes. Great. It's not working! Got any ideas?
We derail it.
How are we supposed to do that? Believe we're doing this? Really?
What's the button?
Last shot! Guess you're gonna have to make up a new prophecy.
Before you and I met, one of my embers told me about his work at Oscorp and this treatment that they had discovered. Who cares, right?
Wait a minute.
A fancy suit that can make you big and strong is just another case of the unworthy trying to cheat death and play God.
No,
That's
you are
what
not.
I thought too.
Whoa.
But when devils attack the city, like I prophesied, and Oscorp sent out some of this treatment for safekeeping. I knew it was meant for me.
That's what all this was for.
And when the Crimson Hour rolls over this earth, it shall bring truth,
Yes.
judgment, and carnage.
Cletus Cassidy.
He's gone. He'll go underground just like last time. But I'll find him.
You could have killed him. But you saved me instead.
I told you. I'm trying to save the most lives. And you still do that pretty well. You gonna turn me in now? I'll let you know when I find him.
The Flame wanted that train derailed, so he could get a symbiote. At least we stopped him from taking innocent lives in the process. Hey, Yuri. Do you want help tracking down the Flame?
Thanks, but I need some time to myself. Besides, we've taken down a good chunk of his operation, so he'll be going back to the drawing board. I'll start checking his old aliases. Archie Abel, Walter Wackman, Cletus Cassidy. But this could take months. Maybe even years.
I'll be ready when you've got something.
Thanks.
I couldn't turn her in after she saved me. Maybe I...
And last but not least,
allow me to set the stage. A train line in Brooklyn. Presumably, precious containers carrying commodities that we rely on. Spider-Man. And that new vigilante. Oh, did I just spoil the play? Can you see where this is going? I feel sorry for anyone awaiting a shipment today. It's not coming. You know who to thank. Explosions rocked the line. Trains were derailed, almost colliding with an apartment complex. A local community group was injured. The followers of the Flame, I'm not here to judge, were mercilessly attacked by Spider-Man. From the rumblings I've heard, there's a new commando in Spider-Man's army. They go by Wraith. Now, I can't say for certain what the inciting incident was, but I find it hard to believe these followers were there to cause harm. More than likely, they were having a peaceful ceremony. Perhaps they could have chosen a different location, but who is Spider-Man to come in and break it up? He's infringing on our rights and destroying commerce in the process, folks. We need to keep redrawing the line, because the Spider-Men and company keep stepping over it. What's the next freedom you expect Spider-Man to threaten? Huh. I'm awaiting your calls. Allow me to set the stage. A train line in Brooklyn. Presumably, precious containers carrying commodities that we rely on. Spider-Man. And that new vigilante. Oh, did I just spoil the play? Can you see where this is going? I feel sorry for anyone awaiting a shipment today. It's not coming. You know who to thank. Explosions rocked the line. Trains were derailed, almost colliding with an apartment complex. A local community group was injured. The followers of the Flame, I'm not here to judge, were mercilessly attacked by Spider-Man. From the rumblings I've heard, there's a new commando in Spider-Man's army. They go by Wraith. Now, I can't say for certain what the inciting incident was, but I find it hard to believe these followers were there to cause harm. More than likely, they were having a peaceful ceremony. Perhaps they could have chosen a different location, but who is Spider-Man to come in and break it up? He's infringing on our rights and destroying commerce in the process, folks. We need to keep redrawing the line, because the Spider-Men and company keep stepping over it. What's the next freedom you expect Spider-Man to threaten? Huh. I'm awaiting your calls.
okay, that might have been the same exact thing. Sorry if it was. We are at the end game. After that mission, we have 3 episodes left, going over some stuff. This is one of them. Going over 2 things. Next episode, we'll be going over 2 things. And then the last one, we'll be going over all the suits in the game. Well, I would look at... I kind of like the anti-venom abilities more. That's probably the best one. Oh, this one only has 2. I like the symbiote abilities more. Oh, this one had 3. I like the Venom Punch more. Depends on the one for that. That one's good for the side missions. Yeah. And let's go over gadgets real quick. And we have the web shooter. We need that. This one just felt odd. I feel like this was like a Matrix in the first one. This one actually got helpful the more I played. That one worked mainly so for the symbiotes. I don't remember seeing the Ricochet web in action. But we are going to be going over the Sandman memories and the photo opportunities, just so you can see all of them.
Whoever started talking about cities as playgrounds was definitely thinking about New York City. A bodega franchise is copying another bodega's mascot, who is a cat dressed like me. Only in New York, baby. Maybe it's because I've grown up with it, but it feels like chess's natural state is to be played outdoors in a park. Reminds me of when I fought the vulture and someone tried to use his broken-off wings to fly to Long Island. This is much safer. This was the first bridge I swung across after I got my powers. All the cars honked. The tourists taking photos yelled at me to get out of their shots. It was nice.
That one's funny.
Favorite place to watch basketball, hands down. First time I swung past it on the way home, I ended up perched on a lamppost staring for 2 hours. Well, given all that's happened in the last few years, predicting increasingly wild events only seems sensible. These people are out here every week dancing in ways that break my brain. I've actually been studying them for ideas on how to dodge better. Harry's favorite tennis court. With some luck, I'll be able to afford a membership when I'm 40. Oh, who am I kidding? I'll never be a member. Protesters like these are the reason why Oscorp's been speeding up their payouts lately. Respect to anyone who performs in front of an audience. I did an open mic set once. Aunt May was the only one laughing in the whole crowd. And she was hooting. One time, these guys started to play music to match the fight I was in down the street. It was like I had my own bards. Love wins. The timekeeper. He always made sure I got to class on time when I was at ESU. Don't think I could have managed college and the whole superhero thing without him. Can't imagine how hard it is to open a food business in New York, let alone find success with it. Does any other city have fans like this? Accidents aren't unique to New York, but it does feel like they happen a lot here. At least these two are all right. Robbie recommended this place back when MJ and I were first going out. So cool. Totally made up for my obscene sweating from fighting Rhino that day.
Yeah, I can buy that because of how big Whito is in this universe.
Little Odessa has one of the oldest farmers markets in the city. What better place to find a slice of New York life? Uncle Ben taught me baseball here. We watched a game together, then we threw the ball around a few times. I hit him in the ear.
When you play football, that's gonna happen.
I tried to enter a hot dog eating competition with this guy last year, but the crowd booed me out after I asked for ketchup. If this city doesn't have the thing you want, you're probably not looking hard enough. Ah, the old days.
Yeah, I want to test a theory.
What's next?
If I look at these with Miles, is this the same thing?
Never thrown a flying disc across rooftops before. But my neighbor and I used to talk to each other at night using flashlights and Morse code. Guess Teo must be doing pretty well if he has his own copycats now. We gotta have the best outdoor chess talent in the world, right? Or at least we got the most. I mean, I get it. Beaches are packed this time of year. I thought this was the coolest bridge when I was growing up. And now that I get to swing across it every week, I know it is. Dad taught me all about ball right here. We watch a game, play one, then repeat until the sun went down. And one time until it came back up. I gotta be honest, none of this sounds that ridiculous. For New York. I've seen them show up every day to do these dance-offs. I kinda wanna jump in. Well, mostly just wanna stare and all. This court used to be free. Then some startup bought the building and put in a membership program. Props to these people. They've lasted way longer than the Roxxon protesters.
Okay, that one's funny.
My drama teacher, Mr. Nichols. He still goes out for auditions because he wants to learn more to teach us. What a legend. I always get inspired here. Just the back and forth, listening and responding. Full improv. The only conversations I'll never get bored of. Love is love. The Timekeeper. An ESU legend. He's been making sure students stay safe and get to class on time forever. Hope I get to know him if I get in. Wow. I remember when they were sharing a table with a smash burger vendor at the Harlem Street Fair. Good for them. Some people thank you for helping out. Others dress up as you and come up with terrible catchphrases. Looks like everyone's okay. Honestly, some days it feels like getting into an accident here is a rite of passage. Uncle Aaron told me he hang around here with Dad all the time. Definitely gonna check it out. When I'm old enough. This is where I saw Spider-Man for the first time. Pete had just saved some people and looked so cool. Though not everyone agreed. I played baseball here one summer with kids from school. We'd run around challenging other teams, talking ourselves up, but we lost every game. Finn and I did a food competition with this guy once. Chicken nuggets. Both of us threw up. But he got the crowd to give us a standing ovation. Dad swore by this place. Took him weeks to get me and Ma to try it. But once we did, we became converts for life.
Hummus sop?
Love going to the matches with Ma. She always cheers when they break out the chairs. Like, a lot.
Miles' mom? We're talking about the same woman, right? That's actually funny. I'm glad I did it with both of them now. Oh, it shows you how the crystal comes.
One minute I was with you, and the next, you were gone. Someone's watching us, Kimia. But I don't want you to worry. That's my job. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but everywhere I go, I see them too. Work, the corner store, in the park. They're tracking us. So I tell the cops that someone's out to get us, but they don't listen to me. No one ever does. Time to take matters into my own hands. It's my turn to follow them. Figure out who they are. I end up at this abandoned school in Harlem. And I'm already beginning to regret this. I find them, and they're waiting for me, with all sorts of weapons. What the hell have I walked into? They're circling me, Mija. Oh, wishing I'd just stayed home with you, Kimia. Helped you with your homework. Made you the one meal that I know how to cook. But it's too late now. I ask them what they want, and all they say is, the beast inside me. But that ain't been me for a long time. Just like I promised you. I tell them to leave us alone, but they don't care. They shoot me with a net, try to hold me down. And I was sand before I knew it. I'm so ashamed, but I had no choice. I gotta get back to you.
If we want to be fair here, he only became sand because he was being attacked.
I lose the grapes at the school and come home. Walk through the front door. But you're not there. They are. What have they done to you, Kimia? I start yelling, losing my cool. If they did anything to you, I can feel the sand about to take over. And then they splash me with some chemical. Don't know what it is, but trying my hardest to stay awake. I'm fading fast until I see black. I wake up in some kind of dungeon. Lots of empty cells around. You're not here. But are you okay? They say their boss is coming soon, and that he wants to meet me. I'm not waiting around. Sorry to break our promise, Kimi, but I'll tear this city apart to find you. I tried to be the best dad for you, Kimia. I really did. All I can do is hope they didn't hit you, and that you're safe at your mom's. I love you so much, Mija. We'll be together again one day. I know it.
That is sad. Because he was trying to be better. Alright guys, that's it for this episode of Spider-Man 2. These last 3 episodes are just going over all the collectibles and such like we did for the other 2 games. Next time, we'll be going over the Mysterio Dev Diaries, stuff we did not hear. Because I want to say it for this. Examine all the Spider-Bots. And even go through all the suit tech, because we have a long line of upgrades. Alright, see you guys then.